namaste everyone. Today we have the founders of Dana Yoga Foundation, Dr. Sachin Maski and Dr. Sabina Malla. Welcome, हजुरहरूलाई.
Thank you.
Thank you
Namaste.
so much. Namaste.
So could you please introduce yourself? हुन्छ नि भर्खरै अब मैले त भनिहालेँ short introduction. तैपनि अब हजुरहरूको कति years भयो उता बस्न थाल्नु भएको US मा हैन? How did the journey start? Could you please tell us briefly?
I can
Yeah,
start.
you can start.
So my name is Sachin Maski, and originally born and raised in Nepal. My birthplace actually is from Dharan, which is about 30-minute flight from Kathmandu. So I did all my schooling in Dharan, and then I went to India for 2 years. Then I did my medical school in Pokhara, Manipal College, for 5 years. And 2006, I came to US. After that, I did my training in family medicine in Bronx, Lebanon, for 4 years. And in 2011, I came to Dartmouth, where I'm living right now, which is about 50 miles south of Boston. And I've been practicing primary care physician for the past 9 years. I'm blessed with 2 kids. One is 9 years old and daughter is 6 years old. And I'm blessed with my beautiful wife, Sabina, who's here right now with me. So that's about it from myself, starting direction.
All right, so I'll start my introduction. So I'm Sabina Malla. I'm a general dentist practicing here in Massachusetts for the last 10 years. In terms of Nepal, I did also my dental school in Nepal from BPKHS Dharan. And after that, I think in 2007, actually, we moved here. But before that, I was, going in and out from US in the process for my green card. I had come in US in 2004 before, but right after my education in 2007, I decided to do my dental school here again. So we did, Sachin actually joined the residency program and I was in dental school. We struggled almost for 3 years. And then right now we both have a stable job and, trying to do something for Nepal with that motive. We have founded, we will talk more about the foundation later, but that was the motive. And, that's something about me. I'm blessed with my husband, Sachin Maski, who's the founder, 2 kids, and that's about me.
That's wonderful. I mean, it fascinates me हुन्छ नि सोच्दाखेरि अब हजुरहरू त्यत्रो वर्ष भयो त्यहाँ बस्नु भएको होइन and you have your own professions तर you've been doing so much for Nepal and it feels amazing and it's very inspiring हजुरहरूलाई हेर्दाखेरि. So tell us about Dhana Yoga Foundation. कहिले सुरु भयो कसरी सुरु भयो सचिनजीबाट सुरु.
Thank you. यसको चाहिँ अब I guess back in 2018 when I was just trying to Google and I was at that time I turned 40 basically. So I don't know, kind of a midlife crisis or something. I wanted to do something in my life and I wanted to, give back to the community where I'm originally from. So I just Google it like, how people are helping, especially kids, children. And then I found a lady called Olga Murray. She's the founder of Nepal Youth Foundation. And she is 90, almost 93 years old. And I was just looking more in detail, like how she started this foundation. And I came to know that when she was 65 years old, she came to Nepal. And she's, I think, a lawyer by profession. And when I saw that she's went to Nepal in 65 and she's doing for Nepal for past 30 years, that kind of gave me kind of inspiration. And I'm originally from Nepal and I thought I have to do something because she's doing something for my country. I definitely have to, do something. So actually we went to Nepal in 2018 with Sabina and our family to, family trip. And I made an appointment. I actually emailed her before I went there. And immediately, the Olga Murray, the founder of Nepal Youth Foundation, she responded back to me. I was like, I told her that I'm from Nepal and I want to help and I want to work together, do something like you did for Nepal. and I wanted to meet with her personally to see how she is doing. That was kind of inspiration. And back in 2018, so I met with her personally and had spoken with her and discussed how she was doing. And she told me, it's better of both worlds. And because she's living in Kathmandu for 6 months, and then she's living in California for 6 months, and and I said to myself, like, when I'm that age, I can also do similar kind of those activities, live in Nepal for 6 months and live here for 6 months. So with that in mind, I came back in US, and we talked and we decided, we should do something for Nepal. And before I came, actually, I went to some of the school in Nepal, like blind school and orphanage home, to see the condition, like what they're doing, how they're getting their education. And we came back with a mission to start something. And we discussed like what we can do. And to me, I guess the most important thing to improve somebody's life is, number one is health, and number two is education. So with that in mind, our mission is basically, I don't know, you check the website, but it's Dana Yoga Foundation. So basically it means, Dana means wealth, and yoga means prosperity. So wealth and prosperity for everyone, which can be achieved basically by health and education. So that was our mission, and we started back in 2018. Started here in Massachusetts, and we have 3 programs, which we can discuss later. But I guess that was about the story of how I got started.
Yeah.
Sabina ji, how did you respond when Sachin ji came to you and shared his interest? How was it?
So to be honest, when he came with that idea, and in the beginning, we both have a full-time job. Like, I'm a general dentist. I work 5 days, and Sachin also works. At that time, he used to work full time. So that was kind, and we have 2 kids, right? So it was kind of not overwhelming, I would say, but it was like, where's the time, right? So Sachin immediately said, you know what, I will take one day off out of my busy schedule, and I'll give that time, and then you can give whatever time you have. So I said, when there is will, there is definitely way, right? We all have ideas. Bringing ideas to concrete decisions and making it happen, we need persistence and willpower. So I just wanted to support him with whatever decision he had already made. So I thought, why not? So that's how it started. And right now it's been 2 years, 3 years, and we have achieved, like, a few things already. So I feel it was a very good decision.
Yeah, definitely it was. So tell us about the first thing that you did, Dhana Yoga, from Dhana Yoga Foundation. What was your first campaign?
That's a good question. So when I said before, when I went to Nepal in 2018, when we went to Nepal, we had a campaign in our mind. So we had 3 programs. One was Cure Diabetes. Since being a doctor, we wanted to focus on something which was very prevalent in the world. So it's called Cure Diabetes. So we had a plan, and we actually coordinated there in Dharan, remote area of Dharan, with my brother and my sister-in-law. Both of them are doctors there. With their help and the volunteers, we have about 40 volunteers, I believe, 40, at that time.
Yes.
And we have, very good people turn around. We screen about 300 people, and we took some medication here for diabetes, some dental supplies like toothpaste, toothbrush, something of those nature, and we had a distribution of those for free. So we did it. That was our first campaign, and it was very, very, very memorable and very successful.
Memorable. And so many volunteers came to support in Nepal, and we were actually overwhelmed, and we were actually very excited. That was our first one, but very successful. We started the day at 7 a.m. and then we ended at around 6 p.m. But we had so much energy, and making all these 300, seeing all these 300 patients, it was very successful. So that gave us that, desire to do more and more those kind of events.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. So could you tell us about the feeling that you had on त्यो जुन क्याम्पेन पछिको once it ended, हजुरले भन्नुभयो बिहान 6 बजेदेखि बेलुका 7 बजेसम्म. So त्यसपछिको feeling चाहिँ कस्तो भयो? That was the first thing that you did, होइन? नेपालको
Yeah,
लागि भनेर, for like हुन्छ नि selflessly
of
for
course.
people. How was the feeling? Can you remember that?
Definitely priceless, like I said, because sometimes, in life you don't always need a reason to spread happiness, right? And spreading happiness to your own community, because especially for us, Sachin and me, we have been here for so long, and then giving back to our own community, to our own people, especially the birthplace where my husband, grew up, all his childhood memories, right? We were giving back to those communities. So it was like, I mean, I was so excited. Even my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, they were there to witness all this, and they were very proud of both of us. My children actually joined us, so actually it was very happiness. I would consider that priceless happiness.
Mhm. So what is it like to raise funds for Nepal, living outside Nepal? Sachinji.
I mean, it's challenging, plus it's fruitful, I guess. And a lot of people in the United States, I believe what I found is they're giving in nature, normally speaking. And but if you have a right message at a right time, if you try to give the right message and the right audience, that's the key, because a lot of people have to make sure that the campaign we're doing, it's important for them, for the donors. And a small amount like $10, $15, anything that was nature can make a big impact if you do it with collectively, So I think challenging at the same time, it's very impactful.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
That's great. So talking about the collaboration with Daito as well, and it's a wonderful opportunity for Daito to partner with Dhana Yoga Foundation, especially to raise funds to support rural women entrepreneurs living in Golkota and Tilotama municipality. So how have you perceived this cause when we came up with a request for collaboration with Dhana Yoga Foundation? What was it to you?
Definitely, it was very, to me, it was very meaningful for two reasons. One reason is that, this was related to women empowerment, and especially in those community where women, their voice still, we are actually, I know in Western culture, it may not be that true, but in our culture, right, still women are a little bit behind, and they are not well supported, their voice is still not heard. So having a chance to support these women, it was very meaningful and a very strong cause for me and my husband to support. So when this idea came, we were very excited, and under the leadership of my own brother, Dr. Pukar Molla, that was definitely a strong cause for me to support. And Sachin, you have anything? How do you feel?
So I think for me, it was definitely when I heard about domestic violence, which has been very, it's one of the crime actually in United States. So when I heard that it was getting bad, and how to reduce the gender-based violence, that was for me was motivation to do something about that. And we got in touch with Dr. Pukar Malla, and he has been doing this work for almost a decade here in the United States and back in Nepal. So the such inspiring people we can work with. It was very fruitful, and ultimately, I think we were able to do this. I'm very fortunate to work with Taito.
So are we. So okay. Besides that, so now fast forward to we talked about how did you start the Dhana Yoga Foundation. Now how is it going, and what are the things in the pipeline? What are your plans next?
We definitely want to make more meaningful impacts, not only in Nepal, but around the world. We want to, maybe collaborate with Daito again in future, doing similar projects, or with some other nonprofit doing similar projects. But our main goal, like Sachin said earlier, is health and education. And then we can achieve, prosperous life only by education, right? So we want to make sure everyone gets the chance to get educated. Without education, we cannot achieve anything. And health is also equally important. So we want to, make more meaningful impacts in these bases, not only in Nepal, but around the world.
Absolutely. And I wish you all the best. And it was
Thank you.
wonderful, wonderful talking to you, Sachin ji and Sabina ji. It's very inspiring to see you, even living in abroad, you've been doing so much. Sachin ji, you want to add
I
something?
want to add about the what is our pipeline because I have a vision that I want to make sure we're clear in that.
Please.
As I said, my long-term goal,
Mhm.
I always think about 200 to 300 years from today. So what's going to happen? Because we're not going to be that long, but my vision is that long. So what I'm going to do with the Donegal Foundation, what we're going to do as a team, is basically two things. One is health. So the goal is to long-term goal is to start a hospital in Nepal and also in other part of the world. That's one. Number two is school. So we're gonna progress this ultimately to build a school in the remote area of Nepal and hopefully around the world. So again, hospital and the school in the long term.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that vision, Sachin ji. So we've come towards the end of the interview. Lastly, would you like to say something for the young people, especially youths living in and outside Nepal who want to do something for Nepal?
So
Yes.
for that, I would like to say that, people say that we do not have time. Most of the times they say that we don't have time for exercise or let's say for charity work, because they're busy in their own work and kids. So I think it's all in the mindset. We all have time. We all have time. It's just finding the right time and giving back to your own community. It is a feeling that is priceless, so we should always, in a way, try to give back to our own community and help the people who need the help from in whatever ways we can. It may be small or big, doesn't matter. Whatever ways you can give back to the community, you should try to. We all have time.
Absolutely.
Actually, yes,
So
thank you.
my message to basically everyone who is watching would be, it's not about how much money we have in our bank account. I think it's about how many lives or you can impact in your life. So with that in mind, I think we all can, anyone in this world can do something for others.
Yeah.
And also a secret of happiness is to serve other people. With that in mind, I think we all can contribute. Not you don't have to like contribute a lot of your time, as Sabine was saying. Just 10% of your time, money, and your energy. If you do contribute those things, I think it can make a significant impact in people's life. And also, if you do it now, not tomorrow, if you do it now, then 30 years from today, you can make a significant impact with the goal in that, so we need to dream big and try to do the things small by small, step by step. And there's always, you're gonna fail, you're gonna, but you're gonna learn from your failures. You need to get up and start working every single day, be persistent, and hopefully, we all can do something for others. That's my message.
Thank you so much for your inspiring words. It was wonderful talking to you, Sabina ji, Sachin ji. I hope you continue to do great work. अहिले जसरी गरिरहनु भएको छ, and it would be a great opportunity if we get to collaborate again in the future. So wish you all the best for everything.